Hello everyone. Welcome in. Welcome to Mountaintop Wreath Co. My name is Amy, and I'm going to be your designer today. And I am going to be making this wall pocket. I bought this. This was a thrifted find that I bought at a thrift store the other day. And it actually was a Southern Living piece. Southern Living home decor. And I took the tag off, and I don't know if you guys saw my, where I had purchased it, it was green. Well, I just took some chalk paint and painted it white. And then I took some wax, and just painted a clear coat wax over it. And we are going to make this for my dining room, because I'm needing some pieces to hang on my dining room walls. I've got a lot of home decor pieces in there, but I don't have nearly enough for my walls. My walls are kind of bare. But we are going to be using these beautiful florals. And I'm not going to use them all. I just like to bring a lot to the table. But I'm really feeling these blue hydrangeas and these pretty little peonies here. These are little mini peonies or ranunculus. Not really sure what these are. We're going to be using some beautiful ivy and some filler bush and some fern. We're going to have some fern draping down the sides. So that's what we're going to be using today. Hey Mandy, how are you doing? Thank you for popping on. This piece, I've been dying to do something with this piece, and I added some styrofoam in here, and I didn't glue anything in because this is going to be a piece for my dining room. If I decide to sell it, I will make sure everything's glued in and secured in properly. I am going to get a couple of skewers to stick down in there to make sure everything's secure. And I'm going to be using my pick machine today. And what else do I need? What else do I need? So I am wanting to know, do y'all think that I should add a bow to this design or just my florals? Taking a poll, what do y'all think? I could add like a burlap bow to the side or something, but I haven't decided if I want to add a bow to it or not. So I'm hoping you will help me out and let me know. I don't want to go in there now. Okay. Let me get a little moss to put down in there and we'll be ready to rock and roll. Alright, here's my moss. I'm going to use green moss. You can use like the brown Spanish moss or the green moss or deer moss, any kind you want. They even make colored moss now. I saw some of that at the at-home store, and I bought some of that burgundy moss that I was going to use at Halloween. I never did get around to doing a project with it, but I thought it was really neat. Let me get my scissors. If you're watching this on replay, if you would, put in hashtag replay. And if you have any questions or anything or comments, I'll go back and read them and answer any questions that you may have. But I did thrift this, so this isn't a piece you can find anywhere, but basically this design will work with any kind of wall pocket that you find. And they sell them at Michael's too. I've seen these at Michael's, the little wall pockets. And the baskets. Hello, everybody. When you come in, say hello and let me know where you're from. And let me know if you're new to my page. I'm sorry for being a little bit late today. I was having internet connectivity issues. And then after that, I was trying to get my lighting right in here. I'm in my studio today. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 ring lights, and it's still dark in here. And it's a rainy, overcast day today, but still, 4 lights. It ought to be lit up like Fort Knox in here, but it's not. So I think I'm going to get my hubby to put some kind of track lighting or something in here, because I got to see what I'm doing. If not, I'm going to move my studio space to my dining room. So how's everybody doing today? Everybody doing okay? Sorry about that. I got a phone call. I had to decline it. I thought I put it on Do Not Disturb, but I guess I didn't. So if you're just popping on and you haven't seen what we're working with, we're going to work with this pattern today because I'm wanting to kind of do a chinoiserie look with the beautiful pale blues. And I think I'm going to hang this in my bathroom because my bathroom is in these colors. So I think that's where I'm going to put it. So, and as I go along here, I'll let you know where I got things. So if if you want to do the same kind of project, you'll know where I got things at. So the first thing I'm going to start with, this is actually going to be my backdrop. And I got this at Joann's. It's their spring and summer bushes for this year. And I know they're going out of business, but they may still have some. It's called a thyme bush, Thyme bush. So you might could look on their website and see if they have any of this left over. But I got a whole bunch of it because I love it because it's nice and wispy looking. So I'm going to put that in the background. If I can find my clippers. Here they are. But if you saw my post earlier, this piece started out like an army green color. And it had a little bit of darker finishes up here toward this area. And I like the cottage decor look. That's my favorite look, is kind of cottagey vibes. So I just chalk painted it white. And I may end up going and putting maybe a little rub and buff on the angel and around some of the areas here to bring them out. Because I feel like this doesn't stand out very well and you can't really see it. What do y'all think? Let me know what you think. Because I can always go back in and do that after I do my florals. But that's what I was kind of thinking of doing. Doing some kind of finish on it to bring the angel out. Because you can't really see it with the chalk paint. And y'all, excuse me if I keep clearing my voice. I have had some kind of sinus congestion. And I keep doing that with my throat. Alright. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to put a pick on it. Let's see how high we want it. So basically right now I'm just kind of establishing my line and how I want the design to flow. So I want it to be taller at the top and just kind of taper down. So I don't think I'm going to use a pick on this one because I think it's long enough. So I'm just going to put just a little bit of glue on it and put it in the very back, just like that. Well, hello. How are you doing, Greg? I haven't seen or heard from you in a while. Thank you very much. Yeah, you do a lot of the thrifted stuff too. I caught you on a live the other day. I can't remember what you're doing, but you have the best imagination of coming up with that stuff. It's nice to see you on. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I love to take a thrifted design like this and make it new again. And it just feels like, I'm going to put a pick on that because it's not long enough. It's something that, that you'll never see again. It's a one of a kind, and that's what I love about it. So I added a steel pick on here to give it some height because it was a little too short. And see how I just want it to kind of taper down? And if I had not added the pick, it would have been down here. That wouldn't have looked right. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. I'm just going to take it and put a little bend on it just like so. And put a steel pick on it. Okay, is everybody having a good Monday today? Alright, put it down a little more to match the other side. And whatever you do on this side, you just want to kind of balance it on the other side. Alright, and I'm going to put, I think I'm going to put one more piece out here. Let me just see. Let me see how I want to do that. Yeah, I love this container. It is pretty. And I love the fact that you can hang it on a wall. Because you only have so much counter space to put your florals and stuff on, right? Let's see. Yep, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to cut it down just a little bit. Cut it down just a little notch. And we're just going to slide it down in here. And we're going to kind of just bring it to the front like that a little bit. Give it some dimension. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Cut it down a little bit. I'm going to put a little bend on it. Just like the other one. And I'm going to stick it down here in the pocket. There we go. What y'all think of that so far? I've got a couple more pieces left, but I'm going to set these to the side for now. And I want to go ahead and add my floral and get the florals where I want them. But I always start with greenery, at least one piece of greenery first, so that I can kind of establish my line and see where I want it. See where I want it to sit. So this is what we're going to be working with. Aren't they beautiful? And I know you can't feel them, but they're real touch. Ooh. And I got them at Home Goods, of all places. They're $14.99. And I say it's either Home Good or TJ Maxx, one or the other. But they are so pretty, and I'm going to keep the leaves too because they feel and look real. So we're going to keep the leaves on those. I don't always keep the leaves, but we're going to do it this time. I'll go ahead and cut them down. I'll cut some of them kind of long just in case. Let me cut my tag off and put it to the side. Always be sure you keep up with your tags, especially if you sell online or sell to the public. Keep up with your tags because you want to be able to charge for everything that you put in your design. You even want to account for your picks and your glue, you know, whatever else you use, your ribbons. So you want to always be sure to include all of that. Okay. Let's see how I want to do this. So, I want that. The first one, I kind of want it sticking right there. So, what I did was I bent it down in there like that, and I put my finger where I want it to insert down in there, and I'm going to cut just below it. right there. Get down in there. Get down in there. You want to come in and read comments? Since I've got my back turned to it. That's my hubby. My hubby's in the room with me.
That homey feel is a beautiful container.
Yeah, I got that comment.
Just sprinkled your live around.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you doing that for me, Greg. Like I said, I'm trying to go live every day. I'm trying to build my business up and get my brand out there. And my goal, I really want to start teaching. And in order to teach, I have to have a community. So I'm really needing some sprinkles and shares and whatever else you call it. I really appreciate it. All right, let's see here. Where do I want that one? I think this is a smaller head, so I think I'm going to have it coming out this way. So, no need to cut the stem. I'm just going to poke it down in there and work this to where it comes and kind of lays right on top of that. That's what I'm wanting it to do, is just kind of lay on top of it. Sometimes you have to work with it a little bit. They can be cantankerous. All right, now I'm gonna take another large hydrangea head here, and we're gonna position it. So this is one large here, and this is about the same size as that one.
Said I'm watching and working, friend.
Good. What you working on, Mandy? Are you working on your you working on the wedding stuff? All right, so I'm just kind of bending that forward. I got a straightness on the stem. And I'm going to put this down in here. But instead of having it the same height, you want to give it some interest. So I'm going to put this one a little further down like this and give a little bend to it. So it doesn't look like all uniform. I don't want it to look uniform. And I'm going to put about 5 buds in here, and then we'll start adding our other greenery and sprays. I think I'm going to add 2 of them together, like they're growing in a little group together.
She said I'm redoing someone's wreath they bought.
Redoing a wreath they bought? Okay, I don't like that there. It's going bye-bye. Alright, so I want this just like that. Because these are kind of growing together, and I want them on that side right there. That one I'm going to bend forward, kind of out to the side. That one I'm going to leave straight up. So that's how I want it. I'm going to put a steel pick on it. And I'm leaving the leaves because these are so real looking. They're real touch. And they're so soft and silky, and so are the leaves. Look how pretty those leaves are. Aren't they gorgeous? Y'all tell me, how is the lighting? I've been working with the lighting for about an hour, trying to get the lighting right in here. Because it's always so dark in here. And I literally have 4 ring lights on me right now, and it's still not as bright as I would like for it to be. I have a little natural light coming in from the window, but we're overcast today. Okay, we need one small one right there in the middle. in there. All right, what y'all think so far? Does it need any more hydrangeas? Y'all let me know. I'm taking a vote. Does it need more hydrangeas?
So the lighting looks fine on your design.
Looks good? Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Hey, Debbie. Thanks for coming in and watching. I get to see you on Saturday. Woohoo! Saturday, we are hosting a workshop. Myself and Karen Gresham are hosting a workshop. And we are going to be making a grapevine wreath. And we're going to be making a mesh wreath. And we're going to be having lunch. And we're going to be having a Q&A session where you can pick our brains and ask us any questions you want to on how to be successful at a craft show. Karen can answer any questions you have on how to be successful at a craft show. And I will answer any questions on how to be successful on Etsy. So if you are in the Auburn, Alabama area, Saturday at 10 a.m., we'll be at the Hilton Garden Inn in Auburn. And we have the links provided, and I will leave the links in the comments. After this live, I'll put the link in the comments.
That homey feel, those hydrangeas are beautiful. Lighting looks great.
Thank you. They are gorgeous, aren't they? I tell you, you can find some of the prettiest things at Home Goods. And I'm pretty sure that they buy their florals like the same places that we do. Like Allstate and Select Artificials, those places. And I just signed up today and got me an account with Allstate. And I got me a rep and everything. I talked to my rep today. She called me today. I met with her. And I'm so excited to meet her. She's trying to talk me into coming to the mini market that they're having in Atlanta next Tuesday and Wednesday, or no, I think it's next Wednesday. I'll have to look at the date. I can't remember. But she wants me to come up there and take a look at the product because I told her some things that I'm looking for. I'm wanting to order that, what's that stuff called? The Christmas evergreen that I get. The Norfolk pine. I told her I'm wanting to order that in bulk. And, she said that she was going to give me get me a good price on it.
Colette Hammond said hello.
Hey, Colette, how are you doing? I'm doing fabulous today. I've been working on orders, and I was right in the middle of doing orders, and I said, nope, I got to go live today and see my friends and let everybody know that the workshop is Saturday, and what all y'all are going to miss if you don't get to do the workshop. But if you are not in the area and you can't make it to the workshop, we are going to be selling virtual tickets. The virtual tickets, I want to say they're $24.99 for the virtual tickets. And those will go on sale in the next day or so. And we're also going to have some kits, a few kits available for any of those watching virtually that want to purchase a kit. And we're real excited about it, but I do have to go to the hotel and make sure that the internet is working perfectly and that you'll have a really good view and no problems with the internet before we post the tickets. Because that would be bad if we sold tickets and couldn't get online. So we're going to make sure that before we start selling those tickets. And I'm going to go do that tomorrow. I got to go down there and talk to them and find out about the food and all that. Because they're going to be serving us lunch while we're there. And we're going to have a big old party, a wreath party. If you love to craft and you love to wreath, or you've been wanting to learn how to do it and make money on the side, this is the workshop that you need to attend. Because you have two people that are a master in different fields. She's a master in craft shows, and I'm a master in Etsy. And you can ask us any questions that you want to in this workshop. On Etsy, it can be a very lucrative business to where you can quit your 9-to-5 if you do it right. And I've actually figured out the formula for doing that. But it's a lot of hard work. You know, it's not easy, but at the same time, I get to keep my, my own hours, which I work more now than I ever did at my full-time job. But I enjoy my work. I have a passion for it, and I love what I do, so it really doesn't feel like work to me. And, if I want to take off and go to the doctor, or take off and keep my grandbaby, I can do that. But usually, when I do things like that, I go to a doctor's appointments or whatever, I'm usually working late at night trying to get things done, finished. Because one thing about working for yourself is you've only got you to rely on, and you've got to get those orders out the door no matter what. Alright, so I'm just kind of filling it with some greenery right now. And I think I'm going to have to clip that piece and make it smaller because it's longer than the other side. So we're just going to cut it right there. I'm going to cut it down some. Put a pick on it. There we go. I'm stuffing it with greenery because I love greenery. Greenery is one of my favorite things. Alright, so I'm done with the ivy for now. Does anybody have any questions so far? Alright, what do y'all think? Should I add these or no? Yes or no? What you think? Should I sprinkle these in? They're pretty. Believe it or not. Well, y'all guess where these came from. Y'all give me a guess and let me know. It is a craft store. Where do you think I got these from? Let me know. We're going to be using some 60919 today too. Any guesses? I'll hold it up one more time. Where do y'all think I got these? I don't think y'all could guess it right. I don't think y'all know. Alright, while y'all are guessing, I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some 60919 in there.
Andy said hobnob.
Wrong. Try again. The 60919, and it's not really called that. I think it's just called like a berry filler bush, but they started calling it 60919 right when it first started coming out. Damon and Deco Exchange started selling it first, and it became so popular that people started calling it by its SKU name, and that is the SKU for this is 60919 WH for white. But I just refer to it as 60919. I figured, people in the wreath world know what I'm talking about when I say that. because it's very popular, and they have it in every color. They even have holiday ones now. They had a gingerbread one at Christmas with gingerbread colors. They have Halloween ones like black and orange, black and purple. But these are very popular, and they're very affordable filler bushes. Okay, I'm going to put a pick on this just because it's got a really thick stem on it, and it may not go down into that foam as well as I want it to. So I'm going to put some right there in between this greenery, right there. I love these wall pockets because they're very forgiving. Like you pretty much just stuff in whatever pretties you want in there, and I mean it looks beautiful already. As long as you get your line right and, you know, don't have anything wonky hanging out to the sides. Make sure they're all pretty much in line. It's perfect. I kind of want to put one back here. And I will need to put, I might have to double pick this. I think I'm going to put 2 picks on it to make it longer. I don't know if you've ever seen anybody do that, but basically what I did was I put a steel pick on it, and then I went in there and put another pick on top of that. And then you just want to take them and just spread them out like this. You want to get all the goodie out of them, make them look pretty, and fluff them up before you put them in there. And it's got a little bit of everything in there. Got some berries, some fern, some of whatever this is, some foam leaves. And these are little paper flowers. All right. That's going to go right there. And then I'm going to put the other one right over here on this side. How's the weather where everybody's at? We're in the 70s today. I think it's bye-bye cold weather. I don't think we're supposed to have any more cold weather. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right, that's going to go there. And then I've got some greenery I'm going to add in between the hydrangeas here. What y'all think of my little thrifted find? Y'all like my thrifted find? Like I said, I was going to sell it and put it in my Etsy shop, but I really want this in my bathroom. I think it'd be beautiful in the bathroom. Did anybody vote on these flowers? The flowers are actually from Joanne. I got them from Joanne. And I'm sad that I'm not going to be able to get them anymore, because this is one of my favorite flowers that I get. Because they're not too big and they're not too small. They're perfect size. And they look almost real to me. They're very pretty. So I might have to find out where I'm able to buy these. If Joanne is going out of business, surely somebody else will start selling them, right? Isn't that how that works? But look how they dance. See, look at there. That's what I like about them. So did anybody ever say if they wanted some of these flowers in this pocket? white flowers or no white flowers? That is the question. Okay, we're going to put a little bit of this little friller spiller in here. And this is called, this I got at Craft Outlet. I got it in a bush like this. And it's called Filler Bush times 9 H22. I guess it's 22 inches high. And the SKU is 63097CM. And this is Craft Outlet. And it has many, many stems on it. So you could actually get multiple projects out of this one bush. And this would be pretty too for like wedding decor and all kinds of stuff. This is another one of those that's real versatile, and it's wired. It's very well wired, so it'll go anywhere you want it to go.
At Holyfield, I'm really going to miss Joanne's. It really did great sales.
Me too. Me too. I'm telling you what. And they had pretty decent grapevines sometimes too. I'd run in there and they'd have some pretty decent grapevines. And I loved it when they had their big markdown sales, like when they were like 70% off, and you could go in there and buy a whole buggy full of pretty greenery and bushes and things. They had some unusual stuff. Hobby Lobby. I love Hobby Lobby, but they're getting expensive on their florals. You know, they've gone from 50% off to 40% off, and plus they marked them up. They're more expensive. So when you're trying to sell on Etsy and you have to mark them up times 3, you know, that's kind of hard to get that kind of money out of something sometimes. All right, it's starting to get big, y'all. Starting to get big and beautiful. Big and beautiful, just like me. Big and beautiful. Okay. I have a feeling I'm going to be working on orders late tonight. So we're probably going to have a hot dog night tonight, unfortunately. Because that's probably my least favorite thing to eat is hot dogs. But I buy them because Danny likes them and because they're cheap. I had to buy some eggs for something the other day. So we have some eggs in there. We could have breakfast. Because I have sausage and eggs and biscuits and grits. So I really could make some breakfast. I feel like it needs one hydrangea up here somewhere. Or maybe, nope, that's not, nope on that.
Holyfield says it's looking gorgeous.
Thank you so much, Greg. I appreciate that. Greg, you can tell me you're good at arrangements. What do I need up here? Do I need one more of the blue up there? What do I need up there? Do I need a blue up here? What y'all think? I'm gonna go ahead and put a pick on it. I don't want it to get overcrowded. But at the same time, I feel like it needs something blue up there. And I know these need a little separation with greenery or something. But I could also add these beauties in there.
Add a blue in the middle but high. That's what I'm thinking.
Add a blue in the middle but high. Like, yeah, that's where that is. Okay. Alright, I'll do it. I'm going to cut this one leaf off only because we're not going to be able to see it and it's just cluttering that area there.
Get Rex to try one there.
Yeah, okay. We'll try it there. Fern's getting in the way. How's that? I can sit here and play with this stuff all day. Did that do the trick? I'm going to put one over there on that other side poking out. What's everybody been up to? How's everybody's sales been? Or craft shows? Has anybody been starting their craft shows yet? I'd like to know how everybody's been doing. There we go. All right. So the last thing I'm going to add are these hops. And I'm going to put them in between the little holes. Where you see the holes, I'm going to put them right there.
Lori Ramirez says hello.
Hi, Lori. How are you? Good to see you. All right, so we're going to put the hops right in the middle. I was letting everybody know that today I'm actually starting my live, so y'all see me going live about once a day. I'm going to try to do it about once a day. So if you're not following me, if you would follow along, I'm going to be doing my lives here, and then I'm going to repost my content on YouTube. Because I got to build up my YouTube page. I just started my YouTube page. But I'm just trying to get some more social media hours under my belt. And they say it takes about 28 days to form a habit. So that's where that 28 days of lives comes in. So if I were to do lives for 28 days in a row or nearabouts, then I would get in a habit of doing it. And, you know, not thinking twice about it and not making excuses and that kind of thing. Just know that, okay, certain time of the day, I got to go live. No excuses.
Lori said this is beautiful.
Thank you so much. I didn't have any idea what I was going to do until about 5 minutes before I popped on, honestly. I've been working on other orders, and I did not realize that time had slipped up on me. And I don't know if y'all are the same way I am, but ever since I started making wreaths and doing this full time, my day flies by so fast. I don't know where the time goes, but like I'll look up 1 minute and it'll be like 12 o'clock, you know, lunchtime. I usually work right through lunch. And I like to try to get done in time to take a nap around 3 o'clock. That way I'll be good to go for dinner and all that and the rest of the night. But it seems like lately I can't get out of here on time at night because I'm just constantly working, and I don't realize that the time flies by so fast on me. And I'll get in here and start working at 5:30 in the morning sometimes.
Diva Design Studio said, well, this is gorgeous.
Well, hello, Diva Design Studio. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's good to see you on. I am just trying to make something for my bathroom. I have these blue colors in my bathroom. And I love these soft, subtle blues. So I think they're so pretty. And I know that's one of the trends this year. But I've always loved this color. And thank you guys for popping on. And I was going to let you know, anybody that popped on, if you're in the Auburn, Alabama area, myself and Karen Gresham are having a workshop on Saturday. And it's going to be at the Hilton Garden Inn. And I'm going to post all the information after this live. So you can click on there, and if you want to sign up. We're also going to have virtuals. And we're going to have wreath kits available. So this is a first for me for having wreath kits. That's going to be fun. So you can watch the virtual and you can follow along and make it with the wreath kit. And I've got to check the Wi-Fi at the hotel. And as soon as I know that the Wi-Fi is good to go at the hotel, then we'll release the tickets for the virtual. But if you're in the area, I'd love to have you for the in-person workshop. She is a master at craft shows, and she can tell you anything you need to know about being successful at a craft show. And I am a master of Etsy. Well, I wouldn't call myself a master of Etsy, but I do quite well selling through Etsy. And I make a living at it. So you can pick my brain and pick her brain and all at the same time. And we're going to have lunch. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be so much fun being with like-minded people like us that love to craft, love to make wreaths, and teach people how to do it that's never done it. You're going to learn how to make bows and everything else. And it's for beginners or experienced. Anybody that wants to come.
So you're more than welcome. This would be perfect for the bathroom.
Yes, I think so too. And I love adding all these little extra details in here, like the hops and the berries and all that. I love to make these nice and full. And I did thrift this. I thrifted this at one of our local thrift stores or antique malls. And it was an ugly green. And I chalk painted it white. And I think I might come back in there and put a little bit of that rub and buff on it. And then reseal it with wax. I've already got wax on it now, so I don't know if I can come back and redo it, you know, do the rub and buff after I've waxed it. Do y'all know? I don't know if I can or not. But I wanted to put a little bit of something on it because you can't really see the angel in the wreath. It's just totally white. So what do y'all think I should do with that? Alright, I've got one element that I want to put in there before I'm done. And it is going to be some trailing greenery off to the side. I'm not going to put it in the front because I want you to be able to see that beautiful angel. And I've always been a fan of angels. I have a guardian angel in heaven, and her name is Betty, and she is my mother-in-law. She's my guardian angel. I love that woman so much and miss her. She is my little guardian angel. And when she was alive, she called me her sweet angel. I was her sweet angel. So angels have always held a special place in my heart. Does the fern look okay? I need to cut it down some? Or does it look too cheap? that around where y'all can see it. Ooh, no, I don't like that burn at all. No, let's get rid of that. Ew. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's get rid of that thing. That's not pretty at all, is it? No. We don't need that. We're cutting it out. We're not going to have any danglies. I think I'm done. So if y'all don't think it needs any of these white flowers added, then I'm done. Does it need anything else?
Lori said rub and buff is a wax.
Oh, rub and buff is a wax? Oh. It's like a colored wax, though, right? Because I was thinking rub and buff.
You should be able to.
Okay. I'm going to try it. I can always paint back over it, right? But I'm going to show y'all real quick the wreath that we're going to be making. One of them in the workshop. We're making two. But I'm going to show y'all the wreath we're making in the workshop. It's right here. This is what we'll be teaching in the workshop on Saturday. And all the supplies are provided. And drinks and snacks and that kind of thing. If you're staying for the full day, we're going to have lunch. And we're going to chit-chat and have a good time. We're going to listen to some music. And you're going to learn a whole lot. If you don't know how to make a bow, we're going to be teaching you how to make bows. And we're going to have prizes. Mountaintop Wreath Co. has donated 2 great prizes. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You have to find out when you get there. But if you're not in the area, we are going to be having a virtual. And those tickets, they're not expensive at all. They're I think she said $24.99. And those will be made available sometime tomorrow. I'll be dropping those. We got to go to the hotel and make sure that the Wi-Fi, that we're going to be able to get a good picture and all that. Does anybody have any questions before I pop off of here? Thank y'all so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And if you could, sprinkle me around because I'm trying to get my name out there. I'm trying to get my business out there. Trying to build my page up. I've been selling on Etsy for a while, and I just want to share my love for teaching and share my love of creating with everybody. And I want to teach others how to do it. I want to bring joy to others because this has brought so much joy to me. Wreath making has really helped me deal with empty nest syndrome of my child moving out of the house. And I had some medical issues, and it really got me depressed, and it's helped me with that. And this is a good thing if you're having a lot of stress. It's a nice stress reliever to come home from your stressful job and work on creating something beautiful, because it just takes your mind to another place. And it helps you, you know, just kind of put your brain, as Fancy would say, put your brain on the shelf for a minute and, you know, create and be in your own little world. So I just want to teach others the joy of that. But anyway, it was good to see everybody, and I will see you guys tomorrow. If you would, drop me a comment and let me know if you would like to see an Easter design, or if you would like for me to make a greenery wreath. So it's either an Easter design or greenery wreath. And, well, this is what I have. Where's that other piece that I had? It was the bronze bunnies. The bronze bunnies. What did I do with them? Okay, anyway. I can do an Easter centerpiece with bronze bunnies, or I can make an arrangement with this cute chicken. And I have these bowls right here that I got at Home Goods. These are perfect for making arrangements. These bowls right here. And like this one's $5.99 and it's made in India. It's a nice bowl. And I just got like the small, medium, and large. This one's $7.99. And just think, put some foam in there and just make an arrangement. This one, this big one, $10. And if you think about it, you know, people have been crazy about the dough bowls for so long. Well, you can't even buy those dough bowls for under $20. I mean, all the dough bowls I've ever seen are at least $20 and up. Well, you're getting a nice wood one right here. Bowl. Yes, it's round, but it's perfect for like a round table. Or, you know, a credenza or something like that. So, check out your Home Goods. They have some nice containers. I've even used coffee mugs. I've got a coffee mug in there that says, I run on coffee and Jesus, which I do. I run on coffee, well, Jesus and coffee. And I made an arrangement in that. This I got at Home Goods. And I'm actually going to put him... I'm going to put him in this little bowl and we're going to make something with that. Unless I find something else at the thrift store and then I might use that. But anywho. Anyway, thank y'all so much. And y'all let me know in the comments or shoot me a message. Let me know what you would love to see. And if you want to sign up for that workshop or do the virtual, send me a message and let me know. Thank y'all so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see y'all tomorrow around the same time, if not earlier. Bye. Y'all have a good evening. Bye-bye.